Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, my plus size grandma with Miss Coco Bowden, and this is part 2 of my video. I guess we're gonna call it budget boot camp, okay? So I recognize that I have a habit now of spending money that I really should not be spending, okay? And it's just like I need it, I'm gonna get it. There are things that we need, but you also have to do it in the right way, or else you end up back where you started at. Like in 2015, 2016, I had a program, a gospel program, and I went bankrupt. Oh, well, let me go back a little bit further than that. 2004, I had a bunch of debt. Debt was piled up to here, and I ended up filing bankruptcy. So y'all don't think that, y'all be getting stuff and don't pay for it with these credit cards and stuff. That stuff is going to hurt you in the long run. Because when I filed bankruptcy in 2004, I had to actually pay all that stuff back. I had to pay it all back, even on the bankruptcy. So, um, I filed bankruptcy on a lot of debt. It took me 4.5 years to pay that stuff off, and my home was included. And so, I had to go to budget school. And so I learned a lot from budget school, and I started doing better. However, now keep in mind, when this depression comes in, it comes on and comes off. Sometimes I spend, sometimes I don't. But I have a bad habit of spending, sometimes just because I have it, I will spend it and not necessarily use the stuff that I spend it on. And so I caught myself doing that here lately. Like, I went and brought a whole bunch of dresses and stuff, and that I brought them just because I could wear them. Basically, not because I did need some more clothes, but not that many doggone dresses. I got a lot of dresses, okay? And I brought all this stuff to fix my house up, but then I'm starting to notice, hey, your little account going down, and, there's a whole bunch of stuff in this house that, is starting to pile back up and stuff. We're not doing no hoarder stuff here, okay? So I have a sneaky addiction too. I would say that I buy all these little snacks and stuff too. Some of them are healthy, some of them aren't. And I can tell that, y'all, excuse me, I'm letting my window up because my nose. I can tell that I'm starting to just stack stuff up. Just stack stuff up, not even really using the stuff. Grandkids cannot eat that much stuff at one time. So basically, I'm wasting money because some things are rotten and not even being no good after a while. But I need to start this boot camp, y'all. So tomorrow, I'm going to be brainstorming. I'm going to be praying to God to give me how he wants this boot camp to go, this budget boot camp. I'm not a financial advisor, by the way. Yeah, I do got a degree in accounting and stuff. And, no, wait a minute. Do I got a degree? Yeah, I got one in accounting and stuff. But this ain't about that. This is about me. Like, I know how to tell people how to do their stuff, but then, like, you know how it is. Sometimes you can help others with their problem, but then you overlook yourself. Okay, that's what happened. And so now I'm back here now to get my financial beings in order. Okay, I'm working on the health. I'm working on the body. I'm working on the spiritual. Now I need to work on the financial side of things in my life, because I don't want to get broke again. Do y'all know I actually put myself on a program in 2016. I had so much debt. In 2016, I put myself on this program that, I kind of put together some other programs and learned a whole bunch about finances and stuff, and learned how to pay stuff off. And that really worked good. I mean, over $100,000 debt was cleared, like school loans and stuff like that. School loans was my biggest debt, but I learned how to get through all of that, and I did. But it took eating beans and canned goods for 4 years because my spending was so bad, and I was just investing in a whole in stuff that really it wasn't right. It wasn't right. It wasn't right in the eyesight of God, and I believe that's why He allowed me to go through what I went through for this very present time right now, so that I would be able to notice when I was starting to mess up. And I feel like I'm starting to mess up financially. I feel like I've traded the eating addiction for financial greed and addiction. So now I've got to go in here and get this stuff cleared out, do it the right way. I need to take inventory of things that I have in my home, and just, listen, y'all, don't think about coming to my house. I ain't got stuff valuable like that. I'm talking about I just be spending on little knickknacks and stuff. And over time, those little knickknacks can add up to thousands of dollars. You be wasting $100 just off in two little purchases. And when I looked at my Walmart receipts, y'all, listen. If I was to show y'all my Walmart receipts, like, oh my God. It's like I'm addicted to ordering stuff online just because I know it'll come to my door. So I gotta lay down some rules and some laws. I'm an easy learner, but at the same time, in order to learn things, I actually am a hands-on learner. So I have to learn how to spend my money wisely, learn how to order online wisely, which means I've got to put myself through this process for at least 3 to 4 weeks, 21 days at least, to get my finances back in order, to get my spending habits back in order, so that I'm not ordering from Walmart, Amazon 2-3 times a week, and then complaining, look, where am I going to put this? Where am I going to put that? I'm running out of room to put stuff, So I know I'm not alone on this. I know some of you are going through the same thing too, where you just trade one addiction for something else. Like you may have quit smoking or something, and the cigarette money, now you're maybe playing lottery, or you are, buying extra food or something. It's always that swap that comes in there. But I don't want a swap. A swap is not in my spirit. If God says I'm delivered, I need to be delivered. And so when I feel these things coming on me and they feel like they are taking up too much space in my life, in my mind, I have to go back to God. And when God put this in my heart, you got to tend to your finances, and you got to have understanding of your finances and why you are spending the way you are spending. Spending is a good thing. It's a good thing, but you have to know how to spend. That's kind of like some people that coupon. I used to coupon too, y'all, a long time ago. And I couponed so much stuff, y'all. I know I was a hoarder. I know I was a hoarder because it runs in the family, okay? We buy stuff, we stack it. We buy stuff, we stack it. We don't use it. So back when I was couponing, I had so much stuff, y'all. Boxes of cereal for days. I had so many boxes of cereal. People were stealing them from me. Because at this time, I had people coming around my house. I was taking company back then. But I had so much stuff. People were stealing from me, and I did not miss it until I didn't have nothing. I didn't miss it until I had nothing. So, see, sometimes we can have so much stuff that we cannot see what's really going on in our home or in our lives. And how we keep our home, believe it or not, is a reflection of what we're feeling on the inside. So I feel great on the inside, and I believe to my soul. That's why now I'm really stepping up to be all that I can be, and really just enjoying life too. So let me hit this gas again. So that budget boot camp for my finances, I'm gonna try to write it out tomorrow. I know I got 2 workout classes tomorrow. And in between there, so I guess I'm going to have to get up real early in the morning. It's 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here where I'm at in North Carolina. So I guess I'm going to have to get up early in the morning and pray and write this thing out. But I know it's going to have physical exercise. It's going to have budget information, management, time management, all that stuff in there. It's going to have a lot of information in there because, like I said, I'm a hands-on learner. So I have to go through the process myself. And who knows, I may actually bring some of it to Kiva as well. My podcast, Kiva, Advancement Empowerment Podcast for Women. I always say it wrong. I'm the one that named it, but I always say it wrong. But I think this would be good for women for the next 3-4 weeks to at least 3 weeks, y'all. At least 3 weeks, because let's see, 7-14. We need at least 21 days in on this. So I think I'm gonna make it for 3 weeks. 3 weeks to get it done, what we need to get done. Other than that, y'all, I know I've been just rambling and stuff because I'm out here in this car, like I said, just trying to let it run a little bit to charge up this battery. But other than that, though, that's what's up with me here lately. And I know I don't come on this page all the time, on this YouTube all the time, but there are times when I do get free time. But I'm looking forward to trying out my Bissell to see how it cleaned this floor. I know the vacuum cleaner did a doggone darn good job, but now I'm waiting to see how this how the carpet cleaner does. I was gonna get the Pro Heat, but then I was like, no, it's too much. So I got the I think it's Compact Force or something like that. Compact Force. I'm not sure, y'all. I just really have to. I got the box outside here, but I can't still see it where it's at. So I have to just tell y'all on that tomorrow. Other than that, though, that's where my focus is right now. And when it comes down to parenting, you know, sometimes you have to parent yourself too. If I'm going to be telling my kids, no, this is not a good way to go, this direction here will lead you there, I have to parent myself as well and tell myself that, girl, listen, you coming a long way. You're getting physically healthy, but you got to tend to your finances too, or else you'll get back in the same position that you was in before. We have to learn that when we go around these trials and tribulations and these mountains, it's not for nothing. It's to position us for greater. But if we don't look within ourselves and identify with what God is trying to tell us, then we're going to keep going around that mountain over and over. And I feel like today was just a day that God was speaking to me saying, girl, I need you to get it together. I need you to get it together. I don't want to see you go back around that mountain again, that financial mountain of where you didn't have nothing to eat, where people had to bring you food, where you didn't know where your next meal was coming from. Yes, I wrote a book up out of that. Poverty Line Among Us. Y'all go to Amazon and buy that little book. It's 99 cents. It's just a testimony. And it's a little short read, probably 10 minutes. But I tell you, it was so deep how God gave me that book to write in the midst of my storm, just when I was laying there in my bed and I thought I was going to die from hunger. My stomach was hurting so bad. And he spoke to my heart, get up and write. And I got up and wrote that little short book. And who would have thought that the pandemic now, that was 2015, y'all, or 16 when I wrote that book. But anyway, some of the things that I wrote in that book had not came to pass yet. And we seen it come to pass now in 2020 and 2021 with this pandemic. So you might want to check that book out. It's a little short read called Poverty Line Among Us. And it's about, you know, poverty, how we get here. It's about my testimony of how I overcame those hungry spells that night. I was so hungry, y'all. But I tell you, if I had not begun to pray and get up, I suspect I would have been sick. I was malnutrition, big as crap now. Big as can be, still had weight. Still was I was still around 400 pounds, but My body had went into survival mode and it had started eating on itself. My flesh and stuff had started breaking down. I just called it a while ago. I was malnourished really bad because I didn't have food to eat. I didn't have money to buy food. I had to make a choice between having a car, having food, having lights on, and my choices were just so jacked up. Because now that I think about it, I should have took the option of, let the car go back and eat. Now that I think about it, I don't know what I was thinking. But then, I've grown a lot then. See, you can have values instilled inside of you as children. And when you grow up, you think you're supposed to still live by those values. And one of the beliefs that I had inside of me was if you get something, you need to pay it off at all costs. You need to pay it off. And so the cost that I paid for paying off my car, which is no longer working, was my health. I put my car before my health. I know better now. By the way, I don't have a car now. I'm still saving on that. This is my daughter's car I'm in. But I'm just saying. But I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson that, your health comes first. Yeah, it's going to go on your credit and hurt you. But there are ways to work that thing out, even when it goes on your credit. And I wasn't thinking that back then. I was just like, I can't lose my car. I can't lose my car. And so my priorities were so wrong, y'all. They were so wrong. I let my body get sick. I went into depression when my body got sick. Y'all, this is going to go over a little bit, but I feel like I need to tell it. So I'm trying to keep my name good, trying to keep my credit good. And meanwhile, I'm back home starving, hungry, and I'm getting all this sickness because I'm malnourished. And my skin started breaking down, y'all. My skin started tearing apart. I started getting big ulcers on my body. And the biggest one was in my under my stomach. It was a big ulcer. Like that thing, I thought it wasn't going to ever stop splitting. But I had to keep praying and staying in the faith that it was going to heal. And when it healed up, y'all, guess what? It turned into a heart like that. It was shaped like a heart. When it started healing, it was red because, it's nothing but flesh when it starts opening up and stuff. And it was getting bigger for a while, and it stopped getting bigger and went deeper. And so it took me almost 2 years to heal from that completely just because of a car. So you see what I'm saying? These choices that we make have consequences, and some of these consequences are long lasting. And that's what happened to me. I got hold of a consequence that, almost wiped me out of here. It almost wiped me out of here. The thing kept bleeding. It had to be cleansed, and it seemed like it was going deep. It was a deep wound. And so once I got through that, I was like, I will not do that again. If something got to go back versus me taking care of my body and my health, it just got to go back. I'm not going to do that again. And so that's what I had did. I got caught up in that moment of pleasing people. I got caught up in that moment of my priorities being wrong. Because, see, I was raised to pay off my stuff, okay? You get something, you pay it off. You keep your name good. I was raised to keep taking care of your name, but you know what? The Bible doesn't say we have to keep taking care of our name. The Bible says God will take care of our name. He will exalt our names. But see, I didn't know all that stuff then. I lived and I learned. I didn't know all that stuff then. So here, while I'm trying to do it, God is like, will you just let me have this? Can you give me that car back so that you can live? I'll bless you back with another car. And so that was a hard lesson to choose health over lights. The light bill was due, everything was due, and I was already having a financial struggle because I invested in a bad, I had a bad investment. Let's just put it like that and leave it alone. But I had a bad investment, so that's why when I learn something, I love to come back